a beautiful morning here this morning. Just look at that view. Look at the tulips. They're still looking gorgeous. Good morning. Hi everybody. So I'm doing some knitting this evening. It's now after, probably around 7:30. I have, this is a yarn by Hypothesis Yarn called Lance Cove. It was a special colorway done for one of my Knitlanticas a number of years ago. This light is terrible for showing you the true colors of this, but anyway, I got about another, I think 7 or 8 inches to go on the body before I split for the sleeves. And this is the Maritimo, I think is how you pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen to tell you what pattern this is. So it's a summer t-shirt pattern, and I'm knitting it all in one color. So the bottom up lace piece is already, the lace is already knit. Yeah, so I'm just doing the stockinette stitch in the round. So I'm just knitting. You can probably tell that I'm in our camper right now. So in the evenings, my husband and I have been coming out here. I've been knitting and watching him work. He's been working on electrical. We took out the original cupboards and in the kitchen, and we're replacing them. Our sink had a crack in it. I can't remember if I told you this or not, but anyway, our sink had a crack in it in the camper, and we needed to replace the sink. But the sink was an awkward size for us to replace, and then we figured we'd need to replace a whole countertop. And then my husband thought, okay, if we're replacing the countertop, he didn't really like the stove oven that was here, so he wanted to replace that. And so we have a new cooktop and a stove that is a microwave and conventional oven and convection oven and air fryer. So we've got that. And then we decided, okay, if we're going to do that, then the stove oven / big microwave thingy doesn't fit in the original hole where the cooktop oven was, so we needed to replace the bottom counters. So for this year, the renos in the camper are the kitchen, and yeah, so we do have our new sink. We've got, I think, almost all the bits and bobs for him to get things completed. I think there might be one more outstanding switches or something that he needs. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to be doing some painting in here. This wall, I've got some wallpaper to put up, some peel and stick wallpaper. Yeah, so this is I can't remember what year this camper is. Anyway, it's in great condition. It's always been stored inside in the winter. And yeah, so we're making it our own and making some changes and are excited about that. I'm very lucky that I've got a handy hubby who can do these things. And this camper has kind of become my retreat when the boys are teenagers. They're loud. I love it when they have their friends over and such, but they're loud. So I've been retreating out here for a bit of peace and quiet. The lighting, though I do have portable lighting I can bring with me. I want to get this sweater finished, so I've been knitting more than cross-stitching recently. However, as you saw, I was working on creating a cross-stitch design from the watercolor that I did. If you hear noise in the background, that's Freya. She's watching for Pete. She's watching his every move to make sure he doesn't disappear. Anyway, that pattern is now on my website. That was fun. I don't think I've ever painted a pattern, designed it, and posted on the website within 2 days. If I was able to do that on a regular basis, it would be awesome, because I'd have way more patterns out. Because I have plenty of ideas. I just don't necessarily have the time or compunction to get them finished and then listed on the website. So if you're interested in that, it's there. Nice little summery beach pattern for the beginning of June. So rather than ramble all night, I'm going to say good night. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow on June. You know what? I'm not going to tell you the dates, because I can never remember what day of the month it is. It is Tuesday, though. In the first week of June, I can tell you that, because the boys are all at cadets tonight. So that was easy peasy. Anyway, take care, and I'll chat with you tomorrow. Bye.